Hi, listeners. This is Laconia, the producer of the Data Product Management in Action podcast. Today, I get to introduce you to our newest host, Amritha. Hi, Amritha.
Hi, Laconia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, to start out, how about you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure. I'm Amrita. I'm an engineer turned product leader. I have focused largely around building solutions in B2B, B2C e-commerce, and smart devices domain. Um, I have product management experience for about 8+ years now, and I have worked I've led teams that have built code to cash products and same day delivery at Amazon today. Built, like backend pipelines that deliver continuous data for large language models on Amazon. Yeah, some of these things have been really exciting. And currently, I'm leading generative technology initiatives at Klaviyo, where we are building customer facing features and streamlining backend services.
Awesome. So, how did you get into the work of being a product manager?
Yeah, I think almost every week I at least get one DM asking this question on how someone can transition. And I'll tell you, I mean, it's been a while I've been in this space, but initially I started off as an engineer. So I worked as an engineer, built products for about 3+ years. And then during that time, often I felt like I would just do the product, build a product because I was told so. As I started building it, I just started thinking about like, why am I building it? How can I help get adoption to it? And I was naturally very good at marketing those products, getting more adoption to the first product that I built. And that led me to understanding more around like, hey, are we solving a symptom of a problem or a problem itself? So that curiosity led me to product management.
That's so cool. So, do you want to maybe explain a little bit more about your data product journey and what you're doing now? So, are you like a core platform or self service PM?
Yeah. So uh, my data product journey has been all over the place currently. So I've done platform product management mostly. So, for example, things that I have done are like building SageMaker and Data Wrangler workflows. How can we help scientists get continuously refreshed data at petabyte scale? And this across multiple data formats, like whether be it structured data or unstructured data. How do we enable that? That's been one of the key things that I've worked on. And currently at Klaviyo, I'm building AI driven features and also streamlining ML platforms. One of the pieces that we did was building data exploration at Klaviyo or kickstarted that piece that actually helps scientists find data and reduces their discovery time by 40%. Yeah.
That's so cool. Love it. So, would you consider yourself a more internal or external when it comes to facing products?
That's a good question. That's also one thing that I get asked around like, should someone focus on internal or external? As I progressed in my career, one thing I just picked roles that were interesting and never really thought in this angle. But looking back now, I have done both external and internal, and both have taught me a ton. Specifically, like external product roles have taught me into like how do we engage users, and how do we have customer empathy, and what are the things that matter to users in the user experience itself. Internal products, though, they're also you need to focus on customer empathy because internal customers are using it. it also goes deeper into like, hey, what are the ways that I can build backend systems that are scalable for different scenarios that help adapt or in different use cases. Um, Also help with better security and privacy. So I've learned different things in both. So it, it's hard for me to say which one. Currently, I'm doing external facing, but in past, I've done both. Yeah.
Cool. So, what would you consider to be your career's biggest successes?
Um, Success. So success for me is about what which how I learned more, which area or which projects helped me push out of my comfort zone. Um, and it's also all the people that who helped me build it, right? So at least that's the way I'm thinking about it. So for me, most of my initiatives have pushed me, but one thing, if I were to pick one of them, is when I was one of the founding PM for Amazon Today. That was a program where you would get same day delivery from any of the closer malls where you're located. So that program, I built the foundational infrastructure and instrumentation for metrics, gathering metrics, and generating our P&L. Building seller integrations and seller pricing. So that meant scaling the product from 0 to 1 and 1 to n, because we quickly went from 0 to 10 sellers, and then from 10 to exponential of, like, I think when I exited, it was about 100 plus. This meant I was the only PM working with 30 plus engineers. And because of the organization scale, working with easily like 10 to 12 cross functional teams at a given time. And in addition to this, with external sellers. So that really pushed me to one, build stakeholder relationships, build relationship with the team in such a way that that's based on trust, that helps us execute at a higher velocity. Helped me think, what how can I balance between bigger picture and execution at any given time. That was very key. You know, because at that stage, delivering and creating the product is pretty more important than trying to look at the more bigger picture itself. Yeah.
Nice. That is quite an impressive success. So, we've talked about your successes. How about the hardest thing that you've had to learn?
Yeah. So some of the hardest things that I had to learn was how to influence cross functional teams, especially when teams have conflicting priorities. Um, this happens all across, I think, any scale of organization, be it a startup or a big organization, because oftentimes when you're working with cross functional teams, everyone has their priorities. How you can bring metrics to the table, identify if there are ways that it can tie to the metrics that they are incentivized to move the needle on. How can you help build relationships that actually go beyond just working in that particular space, because those are the ones that, one, help you achieve success in that particular role, as well as takes you beyond what you're doing in that particular job.
Cool. Well, I've loved talking to you. You've given us some awesome feedback and stories. But is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners?
um I think product management can get lonely. I would encourage everyone to network, go out there, talk about your challenges. It's more or less you would hear same things from others, but just be out there, learn more, and just enjoy the journey. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's some great advice. Well, again, thanks for coming and joining with me and talking and sharing with our listeners. If you want to hear more from Amrita or any of our other hosting guests, make sure to check out our Data Product Management in Action on LinkedIn and your favorite podcast streamer. Don't forget to like and follow us for new releases. And thanks for listening. Bye, Amrita.
Thank you.